Appalachia came from the railroad business, it came from the coal mining business, soaked in history, about Chief Benji, the Indian that ruled the Gap, and Daniel Boone came through here. This was the gateway from Tennessee up through Virginia, up into West Virginia, into Kentucky. It's just a wonderful place if you really want to hear the history of the United States.
Appalachia was populated mostly by railroad people and their families, retail merchants, professional people. It was a banking center. Just about every type of store imaginable, hardware, grocery, clothing, financial, car dealerships, whatever you needed was here.
Appalachia was the hub, and around that hub are all these small mining communities, and they're all up in some hollow and steep mountains.
Appalachia was a booming town. So many people all over the place. Sort of like New York City on a payday Saturday. They had a bus service run up in the holler every 30 minutes, bringing people in the holler, bringing people out of the holler. It's just booming up. Taxis were just running to and fro. Cost you $0.25 to ride from Appalachia up to my house at Derby.
I've heard stories of people, so many people on the sidewalks that you couldn't hardly walk. But it's a coal community, but not so much a coal producing community as a railroad. That was their tie to the coal.
We were like typical boys, I guess, in those days. We liked to hang out on the streets. We liked to hang out in the places where they played music, and Elvis Presley was a really hot item back in the mid-50s and early 60s, and so we had a dance place where you could go dance, and there were so many activities that people could do. And today we don't have that, and that's one thing about the Cultural Arts Center, that we're trying to not only keep the culture and the history of Appalachia and the surrounding areas alive by some of the things that we try to do, but it's a place we like to have it where the people could come in and they can reminisce, they could sit and they can talk. The guys that worked in the mines, the people that worked on the railroads, the people who worked in the dress shops, because they are full of stories. We've been having a series of local music. We've been doing that like once a month.
And they have plays, they have musical events. The College UVAY's jazz ensemble did a concert here, and standing room only. You've got the Appalachian Hotel, which is now a center for senior citizens. It was the tallest building in Wise County for a long time. There's a building over here, I think it's 3 stories tall, and it has an entrance. Each floor opens to the same street because it goes up the hill, so it's kind of cool.
There is, in downtown Appalachia, there is a railroad museum. And people have come together and built this huge, very detailed railroad. And of course it has the different towns in it and the coal camps, and it's very interesting.
It's just a love that we have for railroads. It's a love that we have for this area, and we've built this railroad from scratch. Just every single week we come up and we work on it. There was the Appalachia High School and Powell Valley High School. They loved the rivalry, they loved the football, they loved the kids. They decided we've got to combine these schools for economic reasons. They allowed the students to choose the name, and what did they choose? Union. The kids told us something. They made a union between Appalachia and Big Stone Gap, and they called their school the Union High School.
Railroad Days. I'm not sure how long it's been going on, but it lasts for 3 or 4 days. You know, there's music, there's gospel singing, there's a beauty pageant. It's just everything that you could want.
They have different programs going on, community singing. They had a Miss Caboose contest where the men dress as women and they dance and make fools of themselves on the stage. It's a wonderful event and the crowds come to see.
We have the B-Rock Tunnel. We have the rivers. We have the mountains. And they're absolutely beautiful in the spring, summer, and even in the winter. Fall is absolutely gorgeous around here.
Just beautiful places that you can't get anywhere else.
I'm here in the mountains. I can walk out on my porch and I can hear the birds singing and the whippoorwills hollering, hear a fox barking across the mountainside. And that's music to your ears.
If there's a death in your family, or there is any kind of crisis, somebody's going to come to take care of you or to help you, whether it be food or clothes or you need a place to stay. That's here because we're a community, but we're family.
This is home. This is where I live. And while ever I live here, I will work for this community. I will work for these people who have always made me feel so welcome when I came here. I came here as a complete stranger to these people, but they never made me feel like a stranger.